I'm going to do another insight today, and like I was talking about yesterday, I was talking about the universal law of like polarity and the universal law of like correspondence, and like I was talking about keys of consciousness yesterday, and I feel like the more and more I'm sort of like linking into this, and I'm seeing sort of again portals and like triangles, pyramids, and they're very much around sort of like this higher energies, these higher frequencies, and it's like it's all sort of linking to this sense of infinite potential, infinite and limited, and it's like a very key sort of like shifting consciousness and awareness within reality. I'm going through this many times within my own journey at the moment, where I walk like I'm very much sort of like the whole journey for the last 6 to 8 months or year or a couple of years is even about this shift in energy vibration and frequency of like dissolving and releasing. As I also connect into this, I see like a massive white sort of like tower of a clear quartz crystal, and this clear quartz crystal is about awareness and about consciousness, but it's about clearing, it's about cleansing, it's about shifting and transforming again, which is also very much what's going on at the moment. When I put the picture on the reading yesterday, it was like a like or the insight. It was like this book, this golden book. The golden book is symbolic of like deep ancient wisdom and knowledge, but of source energy and source vibration. And obviously, all books hold these sort of like keys of wisdom and knowledge, and it's very much connects to like the ascended masters and the higher beings and the higher ascended beings that are bringing this insight and this wisdom through. Many of us are living a limited experience, and we're living this through the 3D reality and the 3D consciousness, and the untapped infinite self and the infinite potential is the shifting, it's the awareness, it's the consciousness that leads us from this 3D reality into a 5D reality. And the 5D reality talks about the universal law of perpetual transmutation, which is the perpetual transmutation is the understanding of a vibration, a frequency, and of the vibration, the frequency is a felt sense thing that within your energy that connects you and unifies you with source energy. It shifts and aligns your consciousness, but it's sort of like it shifts and aligns you into this infinite consciousness, this higher mind, this higher consciousness, and it gives you this understanding that through perpetual transmutation that nothing is set in stone. Nothing is all reality is just a vibration. It's just a frequency in that eternal moment. And this is the understanding. This is the awareness of this shift to infinite potential, knowing that that you can create and manifest these high visions, these high frequencies of reality, that you can shift and change them. And perpetual transmutation is this sense of vibration and frequency that everything is it can be dissolved, it can be released, it can be changed, it can be shifted, it can be manifested, it can be created into something new, something different. And it's sort of like this is what perpetual transmutation talks about. It talks about the transmutation is going from one state of being to the next. But when it talks about states of beings, it's talking about consciousness, it's talking about vibration, frequency, the universal law of vibration and frequency, the universal law of oneness. And this is the eternal moment, this is the source energy, and this is what we've been asked to work with: source energy, source creation. Reality that is limited is through your own consciousness, it's through your own creation of and living within like a 3D reality of the external world, and seeing that as something that's fixed, that that you cannot change. As the 5D reality shows you that through meditation, through using crystals, through using visualization, you can shift and change this reality. And this is what perpetual transmutation is about. And it links into the law of attraction, because the law of attraction is the universe responding to what you're creating and what you're creating from source. And this is the universal law of correspondence. When you learn about your essence and your source, you understand there's an infinite, unlimited potential within you, within your vibration, that you can release through consciousness and through vibration. And then what happens is then that manifests and creates it within the external world, which is the 3D reality, which is the universal law of correspondence is very much around this mirroring And I talked about yesterday, I talked about Lord Lanto and this sense of illumination. In a state of illumination, you understand that you're in your source, and you're in this source consciousness, this infinite potential, this infinite um, vibration, this eternal moment where you can create and manifest at will, and you can do this at any moment, at any time. And this is what transmutation and transformation is truly about in a spiritual context. It talks about transforming your reality, and it's transmuting your vibration, transmuting your consciousness into a different state, a different reality, a different experience, a different way of being. Being is being in union with your source energy, your source vibration. And this is what this time and this age is about. And I was saying about my own personal journey, I go through this regularly. You know, there's a lot of things that I do within my daily living. I work within sort of like care, and I work with people with like complex needs. And you know, these things sometimes, the reality externally, things happen that are way beyond your control. And it's like you're working with people, you're caring with them, you have to have empathy with them, you know, and people go through things. But it's also about the key of consciousness is also remaining centered and anchored within yourself, within your own vibration. And this is what this time is about, is remaining in your source energy, and knowing that if something comes up and you know, externally, and it's sort of like it brings some sort of where you become out of harmony, then you have to bring the harmony back in. And this is part of the journey, and this is part of self mastery. This is what the universal sort of laws teach you, and this is what the ascended masters teach you, and this is what the universal teachers teach you, that you are the source of all creation, you are the source of all manifestation, and it all comes from your source energy, your essence. And it's about sort of like learning to live from your center, from your essence. And this is again the shifting of consciousness from the limited perspective of 3D reality to the infinite perspective of 5D reality. And again, it's about, you know, knowing that this infinite universal energy is within you. This source energy, this source consciousness is within you. And this is part of the teachings of Saint Germain as well. Transmutation and transformation, and also like manifestation and sort of like alchemy. It's all about sort of like having the wisdom and the understanding to remain in your center, to access your wisdom, your universal wisdom, your universal sort of consciousness, and applying that wisdom, that intuition, that consciousness to things that are out of harmony within you. And there's many ways of doing it. I mean, I use like the last couple of days I've been getting more and more around sacred flames, and I feel I've been impressed to use these within like energy areas, within energy sort of so use it like as a way of purifying, a way of releasing, a way of sort of like heightening vibration and frequency. You know, and they're all, flames are a symbolic sort of metaphor, or a symbolic sort of like symbol for like source energy and source vibration. You know, fire purifies, fire brings sort of like it sort of like it sort of prepares things for rebirth and rejuvenation. And this is what this time's about, and this is what I was talking about yesterday, is rejuvenation, being reborn, being sort of like reforming how you see things through consciousness and awareness. And this is what they're bringing through. They're bringing through this infinite knowledge and wisdom. And at this time, for many of us, it's knowing also that around you there are infinite beings that are working with you. You know, you've got the many archangels that work with you, and then you have infinite angels that work with you, and then you have many beings, universal teachers, ascended masters, that are working with these many different like rays of consciousness and wisdom that is coming down and is being integrated within each and every one of us. The flames are symbolic of this as well, because when you look at color is a frequency. It also brings this frequency, this vibration of energy, that then brings this wisdom, this brings this insight, this understanding. You know, you've got things like I always see orange as like harmony, and then you've got like peach, which is like this high vibration, high color. And I always see peach as like this universal compassion, this universal sort of like love, as well as like rose quartz. You've got green, which is very much around sort of like new growth and a new awakening, new understanding. It's also about healing because it connects obviously to Archangel Raphael. You've got yellow, which is about personal power. It's about creation. It's about sort of this sense of joy, laughter, upliftment. It's about the inner essence, the inner child. So you've got all these kind of colours. You've got like blue, which is very much around purity, protection. It's about knowledge, communication, wisdom, peace, serenity. And then you've got like indigo, which is very much around sort of like for me, it's about sort of like channeling. It's about like sensitivity. It's about empathy again. And then you've got like the deep, rich violet color, which is about transformation, knowledge, wisdom, universal keys of consciousness. It connects to Raziel. It connects to Lord Melchizedek. It connects to also Saint Germain. And there's all these colors. Then you've got the white, which is all about purity, consciousness, clarity, higher awareness, healing, releasing, and it sort of like acts as this doorway, as this portal. Is like I'm seeing here now. I'm seeing about my like crown chakra, and I see a big white clear quartz crystal sphere. So just sits above my head, and that sphere is like a circle. It's like this circle of energy that is infinite, that keeps going on forever and ever and ever. And when you look into this clear quartz sphere, it's like you go into it, and there's infinite energy, there's infinite power in there. And this all relates to like the crown chakra. And it will also connect to, again, this is about like doorways, this is about portals, this is about consciousness. So when I say doorways and portals and consciousness, what I'm really talking about is a higher frequency within your energy, within your essence and your spiritual sort of like body. And this is what then raises the vibration, the frequency of your consciousness, that allows you to connect into those beings that are sort of like connected directly to this reality, this realm of existence and experience. But they're also bringing these different frequencies, and they're connected. You know, they're not sort of like disconnected. The ascended masters have vibrational frequencies of higher awareness, higher consciousness in different realities, different realms, different frequencies. But through our energy and through our vibration, our frequency, we can align and resonate with them, and align with them. And this is what's going on, and this is what this sphere is bringing. And this is why this sense of this potential, this infinite potential, and this limited potential is so important, because we have to dissolve. We have to start to awaken in a sense of awareness and consciousness and creation within our own source energy. And this is the only way we're going to shift through this 3D reality and start to create and manifest what is our purposes, what is our higher, higher experiences, higher awareness, higher consciousness, higher manifestations of creation. We can only do this but when we're connected into source and into our infinite potential. Limited potential, if we're connected to the 3D reality, what we're doing is we're allowing the external reality to connect to us and align with us, and also sort of like direct our lives. When our consciousness and our essence is far beyond that, we are the creator of that reality, that our experience, not the other way around. And in that sense, for a long time, we've seen the external world as something happening to us, not as seeing it as something that is a mirror of what we're creating and we're manifesting. And this is the shift. And this is why it's important that we start to do this. And this is why I'm doing these couple of series of insights. And like I said, I'm daily practicing this, because we can all get caught up with the daily stuff of the worries of money, the worries of the pressures of jobs, the pressures of families, the pressures of emotional stuff that happens in our lives. But we also should know that through our essence and through our source energy, we can dissolve and release this. But we're also not alone, and that's a key thing. It's a key shift in consciousness, that we're not alone. We've got many beings working with us. And when you talk about sort of like past cultures of like Lemuria and Atlantis, they work with us. They still have this frequency within this plane of existence. Once something's created, it never it never sort of dies. It just transforms and changes. And when we shift and change, and we align in a higher frequency, then we have access to these frequencies that are like dormant on the planet, like the Atlantis frequencies, the Lemuria knowledge and wisdom. They're all here. It's just it's just a shift in our own consciousness and our own awareness that we start to open up and become these channels again to receive these insights and this wisdom to live in a more harmonious way with source energy and source vibration and creation, but also our own essence. So we awaken to that. So we start to know that we are co-creators of this reality. And when I say co-creators, I mean because source energy is the essence of all vibration of creation, and we're all channels for that. And that's what I mean by co-creation. It is a perfect is a perfect sort of unity, it's a perfect union where the source energy vibrates within us, and then through connecting to source, then we express it in this reality to create and integrate source within our own lives and our own reality, but also on this planet to bring a collective consciousness back into union and harmony with that source energy. And that's the purpose of why we're here, why we've come back, why we've reincarnated, and that's why we're here. And this is why it's important that we start to sort of use universal wisdom, universal laws, universal principles, and universal consciousness within our own reality and our own experiences. Right, that's the insight for today. Like I said, please subscribe, comment, like, share, and have a great day. I shall catch up with you soon.